I dressed as Stevie Nicks tonight. To see how that would go. You might say, Stevie Nicks never wore clogs. I say, you can't prove she didn't. Not under all those skirt kerchiefs that she had. That's a new kind of clothing, a skirt kerchief. So, all right. I've kind of become a little bit of a collector over the years, which may not, on the face of it, strike you as anything abnormal. And you know, when I was younger, it was sort of like records, record collector, and then I got a little older, books, a lot of books. And when I got a little older still, my taste changed. I went to like vintage dishware, and then, you know, cats. You know, emotionally unavailable men, which is almost the same as cats. Just not as clean. But more recently still, I started collecting letters, and specifically a certain kind of letter, threatening letters, and more specifically, even still, threatening letters from collection agencies and other agencies like the IRS. I don't want to brag, but I've assembled quite an archive. And this is on my mind right now because just in the last few weeks I've had the opportunity to peruse the stacks, as it were, in the library of Tracy. There's so many different groups who want money from me. So many. Just from one little woman. It's really amazing that I could have the attention of all these people in that way. But this problem, I've been having this little problem with the IRS, and I like to say that I've been having a little problem with the IRS because it kind of gets you on my side right away. As though the IRS had any responsibility at all in the problem. Like they've been screwing me over, but no. The IRS is actually the protagonist in this story, which leaves me to play a part I think we call jackass. You know, why the whys and the whens and the, you know, do we really have to go there with each other? You know, let's just say that the IRS wanted me to do something, I think it's called the law. Follow the law, file your taxes, and I said, I'm busy, IRS. It was only a couple of years that I was very busy. Like I said, I don't think we need to bog down in that right now. But let me just tell you that having been through the stacks, after going through 5 years of mostly unopened mail from the IRS, you get to start thinking, you know, there's probably something wrong when you say, they really gave me a lot of chances, the IRS. They've really been good to me in a way. So when you start to think you've given the IRS a raw deal, you start to sort of think of them in the way that, like, nostalgically, like you did an old boyfriend who, I wasn't really very good to him, was I? He was looking out for me and I just cast him aside. I wasn't very nice. When that starts to be your opinion of the IRS, it might be time to reconsider your life strategies. And by the way, when push came to shove earlier this year, though, and I was on the phone with the IRS, when I said things like, but I've kept all your letters. They were unmoved. Um, yeah, that didn't matter to them one bit. I think they are just bitter, frankly, especially judging by the tone of the more recent notes. Um, so I've had to deal with some of that. So my question is this normal? It's taken me to the age of 40 to realize that you can't actually make time stand still by simply leaving your mail unopened. Things go on outside the envelopes. You know, that has been a cruel, cruel realization for me. Yeah, doesn't matter how tightly sealed they are. Anyway, I would not be a useful character in Greek mythology.